What is up, world? Welcome back, Charge the Game podcast. And, well, guys, sure does look like the Fever do not play well without Caitlin Clark. They do not play better without Caitlin Clark. Yeah, they caught lightning in a bottle a game or two, but last night showed us how important Caitlin Clark is to this team when the Fever went down to the Los Angeles Sparks again for the second time this season. Now, we all heard from these ESPN analysts, that this team played better without Caitlin Clark because she's so ball dominant, right? The problem is, guys, you forgot that the defense, the whole team plans for Caitlin Clark, right? You're going to have teams that let up off the gas, which is what I think happened in these past few games where the Indiana Fever looked unstoppable. They weren't planning for everyone else. They're only planning for Caitlin Clark. It is a reason that she gets picked up from one end of the court all the way down to the other end of the court. Do you guys see that happening with any of the other teammates? Do you see that happening with Kelsey, Lexi, Sophie? Not even Aaliyah Boston, okay? You don't see that. Natasha Howard, you don't see that. One, they don't hate them as much as they hate Caitlin Clark, right? So when I saw that report from that lady and I did make a video, I just laughed. You guys are crazy. With Caitlin on the court, off the court, she's literally relevant. She's literally the WNBA. And I think that we all know that. I think that her peers know that. And of course, the women in the W, they may not want to accept it, but that is the reality. And ever since that statement was made, the Fever fans have come back in response. After that loss, guys, the Fever took to the internet. It turns out the Fever are not more dangerous without Caitlin Clark. This is a radio personality saying this, and Robin Ludberg. Okay? Of course, we already knew this, but these ESPN analysts, these race-baiting ESPN analysts, of course, they want their sound bite, and she really thought that she was saying something here when I'm telling you guys, I just knew that the consistency of the Indiana Fever, I knew that it wasn't going to hold. Why do I say that? Because teams learn from other teams' mistakes. And I told you guys, they eased up off the gas. When you don't have to prepare for the person at the top of the scouting report, you kind of want an easy night. All right, I guess I'll slack off on defense. Now, the Indiana Fever on their defense did pick up. That is true. They look much more better defensively. So that had something to do with it as well. But we can't ignore the fact that these other players, besides Kelsey Mitchell, AB, maybe sometimes Natasha Howard, they still aren't Caitlin Clark. Okay, you could plan for Kelsey Mitchell, but Kelsey Mitchell she's a hooper, so she could pretty much play from any position on the court. The most dynamic player in the league right now is Caitlin Clark. Shout out to all the dummies who said the Fever were better without Caitlin. Like, huge shout out to you, deservingly so. Shout out to you guys. We get to rub this in your face because real sport fans know that you can't be caught in the moment. You got to look at the long run. You can't get 1 or 2 games under your belt without Caitlin Clark and not realize how this team got put in position. Remember, guys, this team was built around Caitlin Clark. So how could they be better without Caitlin Clark? Okay? It just doesn't make sense. Rest in peace to the Fever are better without Caitlin Clark. July 2025 through July 2025. It didn't last long. It didn't last long at all. If you can't see how incredibly limited the Indiana Fever are on offense without Caitlin Clark, you either are not watching or don't know what you're watching. Which brings me to a point. Did you guys see how the Indiana Fever looked going up the court with the ball? Did you guys see everybody playing? We played 4 quarters of hot potato. Seriously, you get it. Don't know what to do with it. You get it. Don't know what to do with it. You get it. And the whole time, the Los Angeles Sparks were able to rest. Even on defense, they were able to rest because they saw, man, we can beat these. We can beat this team. We beat them a few weeks ago. We can beat them again. They don't know what they are doing when you hit them in the mouth. They don't know what they are doing when we pack the paint and they can't get those easy buckets. When the Indiana Fever have to really, really work for every single shot, it doesn't work out very well for them. It doesn't seem like they can sustain a lead because they tire out very easily. I noticed this. They tire out very easily when opposing teams make them work. And then the opposing team uses the fast pace towards the other end where they have to utilize even more energy to play defense. You saw that in Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston looked gassed. Yes, she's still going to get her numbers. She's still going to get 23, 20 here, 18 here. It doesn't matter, guys, if it doesn't equate to a W sometimes. So I would love to hear from this lady, Carolyn Peck, the one that said this, quote, I think that Indiana is even more dangerous when Caitlin Clark doesn't play because she's a ball-dominant guard. The ball's in her hands a lot. So you know what you need to try to take away. But when you look at Indiana now, they've got so many weapons. But what good are those weapons if they aren't being used the right way? Yes, Ari McDonald can make magic. She's a great backup for Caitlin Clark. But that isn't Caitlin Clark. Okay? And I got a lot of love for Ari McDonald. Super happy that she signed back with us. But when she's taken out of her element, because she isn't the tallest chick on the floor, right? When she's taken out of her element, she doesn't have that other skill set that Caitlin Clark has. I like her grit. I like that she sacrifices her body. I like that she has a very high IQ. I even like her passes. Ari McDonald has an all-around good game. But Caitlin Clark game is just a tad bit higher. It's a tad bit elevated. And that is the key difference. And of course, guys, X reacts. And this is a good takeaway here. Aaliyah Boston Howard with a good game. KK minutes were great, but needed much more from the bench. Still can't defend without fouling. That is true. You see it a lot in Lexi Hall picking up fouls off the ball. Sophie Cunningham picking up fouls off the ball. The spark size is too much to handle. I mean, I'm going to tell you guys, I like that Rakia Jackson, Kelsey Plum. I would love to see the LA Sparks when Cameron Brink returns and to see how that's going to look. Because this team, guys, they seem to be able to still play a good game without one of their key pieces. Bury the better without Clark. Narratives once and for all back to 500 again. Yes, and this is probably what's killing Caitlin Clark, man. She's sitting on that bench, ready to get activated, but by force, she has to sit, man. She has to sit. She has to sit because I do believe if Caitlin Clark comes back and she re-aggravates anything, guys, she's going to be out for the season. So I wouldn't want her to come back. I'd rather just keep taking the losses and reporting on them than having Caitlin Clark come out there and try to prove herself. They need Caitlin. They are good, yes, but they just played the Sparks for the second time in 9 days and lost again. The offense looked shaky. And I'm telling you guys, the LA Sparks, it's just certain teams that will have your number. They don't have to have the best record. I've noticed that with the Atlanta Dream sometimes. The Atlanta Dream, who seem to be really much more better or much more improved this season, they have the fever number. And sometimes, guys, the Washington Mystics look like they have their number. So don't get it misconstrued and think that you have to have the best team to be the best. You guys saw what the Fever just did to Asia Wilson. She's the MVP. So some teams just have some teams' numbers. Can't let games like that slip away. Exactly. It's nothing they could do, though. With that size, LA Sparks bullied them. Gotta improve our free throw shooting. Simple as that. Saw Leah Boston, Natasha Howard miss some easy ones, guys. They are free throws. I mean, we already have a layup fucking problem, but the free throws hurt us even worse. Lots of other problems for sure, but man, it's frustrating to watch us miss so many free throws. It's the difference between winning and losing. Absolutely. Absolutely. This game would have been put away. I believe that the Fever would have won by at least 3 or 4 points if those free throws were made. But hey, Fever better without Caitlin Clark. They said it, not us. You guys let me know what y'all think. Drop those comments in the comment section and let me know how you guys feel. Thank you guys for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.